This is my attempted 100% playthrough of Hollow Knight Silksong. This will include major spoilers for the story, so if you haven't played the game yet, I would suggest coming back to my video after you've played it. This video is for people like me who would love watching gameplay of video games they love. This is my gameplay with my opinions and tips on the game. Please don't judge. I wasn't looking at you. I just happened to turn around after I talked. Act 1. Balloon. Oh yeah, I don't skip cutscenes, so you'll have to unfortunately fast forward that.
Friend.
Then we begin. Oh, whenever you hear that sound, that means that you've just discovered a secret. Yeah, don't even bother trying to fight him. You'll probably kill him, but it's not really worth it. At least for now, anyway. Oh, and I'm actually reacting to this gameplay. Like I've played it, recorded it. Now we are basically watching it together. I felt it'll be easier for me to explain why I did what I did. Oh, you hear that sound? Another secret. Get you some shots. Oh, and by the way, this is not the currency of the game. This is important if you're a person who likes playing with tools. Very, very valuable, but not difficult to form. No. Easy. Okay, so we need to go up. We'll be picking up something called a mouse berry. Right there. Yeah, we need it for our first quest. I think my playthrough, by the time we actually reach the quest giver, we'll actually have collected all 3 that are required. And it is feeling sick. And then she's feeling better. Yeah, that's some mana right there. Oh, if you grab on the ledges when you're jumping up, it makes you jump slightly high. Not sure if that's useful information. Mm-hmm. Try to kill these guys before you jump on the ledge, like basically the complete opposite of what I did. Because they will hit you most of the time if you try to just jump up. See? Easy. Now, there's also something to find on the right, but it's kind of pointless to go look at it now since you can't even bother open the gate yet. So I'll be coming back to that later. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to do a pogo here to try to get that little thing up there. It's not really tricky. It's like, you see that? Not difficult at all. Even I did it. Oh, there's some rosaries down there, but I didn't go get them. Not really sure why. Because I was rushing to fight the first boss. Then Hornet is sick again. And then she's back. Okay, now we're going to our first boss, Moss Mother. She only has two moves, I think. Like that, like the first thing that she did, that's the first move, and that's the second move. That's it. Oh yeah, but try to get rid of the ads if like these little guys that pop up, because most of the time you'll get hit while trying to dodge her, and you'll run into them. See me styling on it. Nice. Yeah, just like that, she's dead. Easy first boss. And then she's sick again.
Hey, come on. Hey, look, I'm Papa.
Up with you. Oh, I want you to have you. Oh, I want to have you dying on my floor.
Oh, alelo.
You can read the dialogue if you like. This is the Chapo maid. She will be very, very important later on in the game.
Oh,
Right now, she's basically just telling you that you need to go up to find out who brought you here and why they brought you here. And that will be basically your first quest.
Jo, Manel.
Yanara.
Pa, your ma.
Exactly. I'm an hunter.
Memero.
A great citadel. Well, it tells you to do something that you were already planning on doing anyway. So, uh,
Mimiro.
So, if you want to know if you've exhausted the dialogue with the NPCs, just keep on talking to them up until they start repeating dialogue. Then you know that for that instance, you don't need to talk to them anymore. Maybe later when you come back,
Me
the
mero.
what they say to you will be different.
Danny Frank.
Oh, alelo. Me mero.
See that? She wants you to come back after certain things have happened, and then you can talk to her again. From the trailer. So this is how you came in. Everyone else died, and then you just happened to fall right through. Bone bottom. So, some of my gameplay will be for saving certain NPCs. I will tell you which ones, like this guy right here. I will definitely try to save him. There is certain things that you can do and you can get him killed. So, since I found out that you can actually save him, I'll definitely be doing that in this playthrough. Pretty chill guy. Yeah, he's very, very afraid to go up, and he admits it. But he still tries anyway. Mhm. And then down here, this is where we'll be opening up the fast travel a little bit later on. And we're also going to traumatize this guy. What is a fearful pilgrim? It's such a shame, really.
Catastre.
He actually thought like hiding down here would actually save him up until we do something, and I don't know what happens to him after this.
Santa so.
Little do you know, the fearful pilgrim. There's nothing for you up there. Oh, and then Mr. Merchant. He sells goodies. If you buy everything from him, he's going to eventually go into the place where everyone goes, and he's gonna turn into something else, and then you'll have to kill him. Sure. I'm not sure if what happens if you try to hold on to him, like maybe try to get him to Act 3 without buying all of his things. Maybe I might actually try that. So you see, everything of his is very, very expensive. Pretty much everything that he sells is important. This is Flick. It's building a wish wall, which I like very much. It's the thing that gives you quests. The first quest that we are supposed to do, you are actually supposed to come back here, pick it up first, and then go to the quest giver. But you can actually do it without coming back to him. So that's what I did. And then we meet Shema. Shema, it seems to be a very beloved character.
That's fine.
Even though out of all the characters in this game, I don't know if it's an it or whatever, it makes it to the top. No other creature does that you meet here. Well, except someone else we're going to meet later on, but this thing does. I have no idea how it did that. Well, Shema. Oh, I do something. I only thought about it after playing it once. I'll show you in a few minutes. He sings a very nice song, though. So right now, the first thing that we're trying to get is our first map. Because the map is very, very important in this game. The map and the compass. You always need to know where you are at all times. It helps with backtracking. Okay, I'm meant to do that. Or not. Oh, and you'll see how I'm collecting a lot of shards. It's not really for a tomb. There's a quest that I'm gonna be doing before I leave this area, which will require, I think, around 300 of the shards. So I'll be collecting as many as I can. Come in this area to get some money. Money is very, very important in this game. There are certain things that you will have to be buying. You will see, I won't, like at the beginning, I won't be trying to buy everything. I'll buy most of the stuff that you need just to get to the next level. And then I'll try to make one video where I'll try to just collect everything. So this will be a playthrough where you will see that most areas you can get through without really requiring much. First gauntlet. I don't really mind the gauntlets, honestly. Well, at the beginning I do, but that's kind of the reason why there are tools and all that other stuff that you use. Just remember to always heal if you have the silk for it. And that's it. Easiness. Yeah, so this is what I do. Shema is singing to open the gate. So I'm going to open the gate, quickly jump back if possible before she finishes before the gate opens. Oh shit. I think I messed that up. And then we will all act surprised together when the gate opens.
Deloya.
Yay, you did it, Shema. Yes, you opened the gate. Even though you did not. Oh, maybe that's how it's been doing it. It gets other people to do shit for it. More money. I once played this with a mod where it automatically picks up these rosaries for you. I think they should have just made that default. Like these things, they roll away, which is very, very unfair. So if you don't have the money, I would suggest not to buy that bench. You are probably not going to use it a lot. Because I think that's probably the only time I'm actually ever going to use it. Second area, the marrow. So we're still looking for the map giver. This is exactly how I played it the very first time I played it. I just went in this direction up until I found it. Oh yeah, and this thing also does double damage. Sitting at 114 shots. And then we'll pick up our first tool, which is kinda useless, by the way, but you know, it's the first one. No, it helps with picking up. I think it picks up shards when they fall. Basically the same as another tool that I'm gonna use later on to pick up rosaries. But you never run out of shards, unlike rosaries. Like, even when you die, they never fall off. Only rosaries for some weird reason. Uh, you see that? Some rolled off. And there she is. Chakra. So the problem with chakra is that most of the time, depending on how your gameplay is going, when you meet her, you will not have enough money to buy her maps, and they are very, very important.
Miofene?
It's not that you can't navigate without them, but they make it so much easier. Try to buy everything that Chakra has. Every single thing that she sells is important, especially on a first playthrough. Maybe later on you might not need to buy the pins that she sells. So you need both maps. You need the quill. You need the compass. Those are, well, you have to buy those. The map you are actually supposed to buy here, it's one for the Mossland, because that's the next area that you're about to actually explore. This one will be for the second area. I will be doing a little kind of a little farming here to get all the money that I need to buy everything from Chakra before I leave it. But I will fast forward that. But you will at least see the area that you can do that too. Because most of the money you can actually get at the beginning here. So to the right, this will be our second boss, which will also turn out to be our fast travel. I think I died about maybe 6 times first time I played this. Well, I didn't die this time in this playthrough, but it's very understandable. It moves in a very, very strange manner, so chances are you will die a lot. Oh, another quick tip. Most of the projectiles that these guys throw at you, you can actually hit them with your nail. Most things can actually be hit back to the enemy or destroyed with your nail. So when you're panicking, sometimes don't jump, just continue hitting. You might get lucky and be able to get away with it. Like that. See? You can destroy his projectiles. So another thing that we'll also be looking for up here is our first ability. It's the ability that I think it'll probably carry you throughout the whole of Act 1. And then in Act 2, we'll probably get another ability that we'll be using up a lot. Yeah, that happens. So there are a few quests that you'll actually be able to complete from just this first area alone. I think I'll also try to do all of them before I actually leave the area. Before I go to the next area, it helps a little bit with a little bit of backtracking. Because the very first time when I played through, I basically stayed to complete all the quests. They might not seem very useful, but they actually are. They help with rosaries, sometimes mass shards, sometimes memory lockets, which will be the things that you use to upgrade your crests. There we are. Our first ability. Silk Spear. Very, very useful ability. It will actually carry you throughout the. I think you can probably actually complete Act 1. Yeah, you actually complete the whole of Act 1 with it. It will carry you for a very very long time. And I think whenever you receive an ability, there will be something pretty major that you'll be able to unlock. At least for the first abilities. I'm not sure about the other ones because with this one, the very first thing that you unlock with it is fast travel, which is very very important. Something you'll be utilizing a lot in this game. Sometimes the backtracking is a bit atrocious, but Metroidvanias. What do you expect? So straight through, that will be your first quest. But since we already picked up 2 berries, there's the third one, conveniently below the quest giver. So I think they simplified the first quests, gave you the impression that all of them will be like this, only for you to realize that they are not. So originally, you were supposed to have picked up the Silk Spear, go back to the Bell Beast, fight him, get the fast travel down to Bone Bottom, and then get the quest. That will make you to come and find him. And then he'll tell you to go find the most berries, and then you find them. But since you already found them, he will actually just give you the quest. He'll even ask you if you picked up the quest from the village. But you didn't know that at the time. So this was a coincidence, I guess. You see that? She's asking you. And she gives you the quest anyway. So you were supposed to have gone and picked up the berries. But since you already have them, you can just give them to her right now.
Buenera.
And then you give Mossberry. And then that's your first quest complete. And then you get at least your first useful tool in this game. It will be based on how you will be playing at the beginning, where you'll be getting hit a lot. Wizard. Oh yeah. For those who are curious, what happens if you stay in the pot? Don't know why anyone would want to jump inside the pot though. Yeah, I do equip the. And this is when I realized that I didn't buy the compass. So now I'm going to be doing a little bit of farming to try to get some rosaries that are to try to buy everything that Chakra has. This is actually the perfect spot to farm. Now the enemies here are not really that difficult. You can basically just do a little bit of a zigzag once you've unlocked all the gates. And then just collect as many rosaries as you can for the time being, and then you should be able to buy everything that she has. You don't really have to worry about buying any of the things from the mansion. Most of the things are not really required. You can always buy them a little bit later on. She will stick around and wait for you to come back. Oh yeah, this is another spot where you'll be picking up a little mossberry. Please do not forget to hit the switch. Make sure that the lift goes down in case if you fall off from here. You won't die, but you might have to go around. So please do not forget to hit that switch. See that? All these bloody enemies that drop shots. And there he is. Got yourself another mouse berry. So, if you didn't hit the switch of the on the lift, you will have to basically backtrack the same way you came back. But since I did, you can just use the lift to go back up. And then continue the way that I was going. There's a little thing that you find at the end there, which is also very, very, very important. It helps with how much silk you get to hold. Yeah. Do not let any of them get away. Even one rosary will make a difference. It has happened to me a number of times before, where I will just shot just one rosary. And then you pick up, it's called a spoof fragment. This opens up a little shortcut back to where we were. We did pass through here before, but it was closed. Now it's opened. It helps with a little bit of navigation around here. So this is where we start. Oh, you'll notice that I heal a lot, especially even if I only have one mask of damage. It's because silk is not a very, very difficult thing to regenerate. As long as you're hitting enemies, it'll come back. So try to always stock up. Make sure your health is full all the time, because as long as you're hitting things, you will be generating the silk, and you will be able to heal, or at least have a little bit of power to use your abilities like that. So, like I said, this is the perfect farming spot at the beginning. So I'll do a little fast forward of how I did it. I wasn't really trying to collect a lot, just a little bit. Just like that, done. Now I have enough money to buy everything that she's selling,
Yeah, Finistra.
and then no longer have to worry about coming back to her. So don't forget, whenever you reach a new area, your first objective is to find her. A map will always help you out. You can always find chakra by the little pins that she drops on the ground. Like if you see her or at least hear her music, that's where you will find her. And that's it. Everything bought. Just now need to equip the map, the compass. Then I'll be able to tell where I am and where I need to go. So now we're going to fight the boss, the Bell Beast. Not very difficult, but the problem is that every single thing it does is 2 damage. So he only needs to hit you 3 times before you're dead. And the bells it drops are they also do the double damage. So the key is try to basically wait for him to do something first before you do, because if you just jump before he comes out, you never know whether he's coming from the bottom or the top. So wait for him to do something first and then you do something. See? Wait for him to jump and then you hit. Wait for him to jump. Same. I'm not sure why I paused there. Okay. The bells can be hit away. If you're not confident, I would suggest not to do it because, like I said, they do double damage. And try to be very, very, very careful about where you heal, because he will actually hit you while you are trying to do so. Ouch. And then hit. I make it look easy now, but the very first time when I fought this thing, it beat me 6 times or 5 times. I can't remember, but a significant amount of times. So it's a little bit embarrassing, but well, I was not used to the game just yet. This is where you'll be getting your silk heart. Also helps with how much silk you get to retain. The platforms disappear after you step on them for a few seconds. You'll probably notice that when you try it yourself. All you have to do is just get to the top, pick up the silk heart, and that's it. Consumed a silk heart. And just like that, we're done with our second boss. Who will stop being an enemy and become our new friend. So, most people after this, they'll probably continue basically in the direction that she's not facing, but I did not do that. I went down to bottom the very first opportunity I got because I wanted to see what changed. And then we did this to this poor guy. Like he never gets up. I don't know what happens to him after this. That was so unnecessary, but we did it anyway. Yeah, I'll be dipping into my savings. So there's the wolf wall. See that? The amount of shards that we needed to complete your second wish. The Lost Fleece. Very, very important quest that you need to do. It affects something very, very important later on. This one I'm going to immediately do right now. I'll be going back to the area that we were at. Just need to kill 12 of these guys, collect all of those. And then I think we'll get a little bit of a reward before we move on to the next area. So the Midnight Brooch, very, very important. Like I said, the rosaries roll off. So at least if you have this equipped, it will mitigate a little bit of that. Not sure why I didn't equip it there, but I guess I forgot. So now we're gonna go back up to the marrow, and then we'll go back to Moss Land, do a little bit of farming for the quest. I will fast forward that, of course, but you'll at least see which area I did it at. Oh yeah, there's a little secret here. You'll pick up something that seems very, very useless now, but it will be useful later. And just like that, wish complete. So that you don't have to try to come back here anymore. Go back to Bone Bottom. submit our quest, get a reward, and then continue on. Wish granted. And then you get a rosary necklace. Oh, if you get killed, those do not drop. They remain on your person. Oh, and try not like if you have honestly a lot of rosaries, there will be mechanisms later on that will allow you to convert them into these strings. If you are someone who's not very confident, I would suggest trying to do that. People will tell you that seems like a waste of money, but trust me, if you lose 1,000 rosaries, you will wish that you at least saved 800 of them. And now we continue. So immediately after this, there is an ability that you are supposed to get. There are two ways to go there. I'm going to still use the same way that I used the very first time when I played, because I've realized for me it's the most convenient. Oh, I do that if you don't want to see the little cutscene of the bells ringing. Still in the marrow. You're supposed to go down, but I'll be going up because there's something that I know that you'll need to be picking up anyway. So before I go down, I might as well just pick it up now. Try not to fight that guy on that ledge. He will kill you most of the time. See how useful Silk Spear is? You get rid of enemies from a distance, especially the flying ones. See, that's very useful. This one you just need to jump. Then we'll pick up our first flea. We'll need 5 in order for us to complete our first quest, which is a quest that I, luckily for me, completed the very first time I played. So there was someone that I did not encounter the very first time I played this game, which was very lucky for me, because even though I met him later on, he still kicked my ass a lot more than I would like to admit. I try not to do what I'm doing, but I always like collecting shards whenever I get an opportunity to do so. Then we'll be going to our second quest givers, the one for the fleece. You will be required to collect all of them for a 100% playthrough. There's absolutely no need to use a guide for that. There will be an NPC that if you are able to locate her, she will sell you maps that'll tell you where every single flea is on the map. So getting all of them is actually not a very, very difficult thing. Actually make it easy for you to find. Another secret. Ouch. More money. And there they are, the fleas.
Paravos.
Oh, I was so lucky when I found these guys. I honestly did not know that finding all 5 of the fleas will affect how you go to the to an area later on. called Greymore. But
Yamina
the very first time
Moshke.
after I found them, I came back to these guys before I decided to go forward and apparently change my gameplay.
Yanara.
And I think this is how you were supposed to have gone there anyway. The whole thing of fighting the other guy,
Humka Osh.
it's not difficult per se. It's just that at the beginning, like the level that you meet him the very first time, you are a little bit under level to actually fight him.
Barishkava.
But it's not difficult.
Tamiyan.
We'll see him a little bit later on.
Kavak Katsa.
Oh, and finding a certain amount of fleas gives you rewards from Mr. Flea Master Mushka. The very first reward is a tool that useful, but I barely ever use it. There are very specific places where, one specific area that you will actually need to use it in order for you to be able to unlock another tool. So now we just continue. We are now on our way to a bit of a difficult area called Hunter's March. And try to make it a habit to fight as many enemies as you can. Enemies are very good for replenishing your shards, maybe getting a few rosaries. There will be areas, of course, where I will be skipping certain enemies based on where they are located, or if it's just not worth it to fight them in certain areas. Like this guy, it's not really worth it to fight him here, but he's gatekeeping 20 rosaries, so I'll fight him. And also, don't be ashamed to farm certain enemies for silk. Maybe you get beat up a little bit, and there are some easy enemies like these ones. Fight them, get some silk, heal up, so that by the time you get on to the next area, you are at least at full health. This is where you'll be picking up what do you call it? Craft metal. It's a requirement to buy certain tools or to make certain tools from certain vendors. There's I think there are like 6 in the whole game that you need to collect. I did collect all of them in my first playthrough. They're not really difficult to find, but I will show you all the locations of where I find all of them. So the Hunter's Crest is a very, very interesting pogo. It's not difficult, but I have to admit I did not finish my first playthrough with Hunter's Crest. I did not like the way that it pogos. I died a whole lot more than I should have. Didn't really understand exactly when would be the right time to actually try to pogo down. But if you like it, you can use it. There honestly is no specific crest that you should actually be using. Pick whatever suits you. The crest that I'm actually going to use for this playthrough is not even the crest that I used for my first playthrough. And I ended up changing it because I realized that I like the way that it plays better than the others. I will show you where I picked it up, and if you like the way that it plays, by all means use that crest. Just continuing to collect more shards. I think I'll be reaching my cap very soon. I think the first cap is 400. It will increase later on when you pick up. Oh, please make sure you hit that, like I just did right there. I found out in my second playthrough that when I came down, I did not have a means to go up, and I had not activated that little lever there, and it made me have to do a little bit of backtracking. So just make sure you hit that before you come down. And back this way, it's basically the same way we would have come through. You basically have two options: either you come from the bottom or you come from the top. I prefer coming from the top so that I can activate that lever. So this is where we were. Now we are off to Hunter's March. Secret. Extra rosaries. Ouch. So this is where you're supposed to also pick up another tool. There's a prisoner in here by the name of Grindel. I think I'm going to ignore him the very first time. He's asking you to open the thing, but you're already going to do so anyway, because you need to pick up that tool. As a side note, if you die in the next area that I'm going to go to and you respawn back here at this point, you will try to sell you secrets or hints for secrets. Please don't pay him. It's not really worth it. You're going to eventually find all of this stuff. He will become a merchant for you later on. A very, very expensive merchant. He's a thief, basically. All he does is just go around stealing stuff. This guy does double damage. So try to avoid him as much as you can. Okay, you need to equip the tool that I just picked up. I'm playing on controller, so it'll show you up RB to use tool. Tools are useful depending on how you play this game. I do both. I use tools and I also use the nail. There will be certain places where I'll show you. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you a way to cheese this guy. So if you bring him back here, there's an attack he does where he jumps at you, which is probably the hardest. It's a difficult attack to dodge, because the very first time when you meet this guy, instinctively when he jumps, you think to go backwards, and you're not supposed to do that. You're actually supposed to go forward so that he jumps over you. But if you are fighting him here, you can't do that attack. All you have to do is just that. Wait for him to pop back up, hit him a bit, jump back, hit him again, throw in some tools if you happen to get an opportunity to do so. Now you will get an opportunity to fight him again in an area where you cannot do this to him, but hopefully by the time you do that, you have acquired a few more tools and you have a little bit more experience, so you will be slightly easier to beat. Just like that. Cheesed. He killed me, I think, 12 times the very first time when I encountered him. I got a little bit stubborn. I noticed that you probably needed a dash to beat him, but I got stubborn. I didn't want to go forward up until I beat him. So I stuck around. There are actually two ways to go pick up the ability that I'm going to pick up. But this is the route I used the very first time when I played. I still prefer this route. It was also because of a place that we are about to encounter where there's a bit of a gauntlet. I'll tell you what happens if you don't come here almost immediately. Like, you'll also notice that it requires a few more hits to kill most of these guys, because I think you were not supposed to actually come here. It does have some slightly difficult enemies, but the reason why I come here is for him. It's for the flea that's here, which will be a requirement in order for me to go to the next big area. So I end up passing through here now to collect it. Oh yeah, and these are also the enemies that if you feel that they're too difficult, do not fight them. You can run away. Most of them are at platforms where they will not chase you as long as you don't come and aggro them. So if you are not confident to fight, you see how much they hit. Yeah, you can basically just go around them. Like even this guy, you could have avoided him, but I came up here because there are beads up here. Need rosaries. As much as I can collect. Ouch. Like the majority of these guys are not honestly difficult. It's just that when you're fighting multiple of them at a time, they get a little bit tricky. Always remember to top up your health. There's a trap there, which I did not see. But hopefully it won't hit you. It comes back as you saw. That's when I decided that I no longer need to fight these guys anymore. I need a little bit more health for the gauntlet that's coming up. So I needed to preserve. I would suggest wait a little bit, try to get more health before you come here if this is your first time. So you'll be fighting the ants. So if by some reason you decide not to come here first and continue and pick up it'll be the ability after the one that we're going to pick up. There's something that will be different about this fight, which you're about to see as soon as I defeat this guy, which is her. Chakra. She makes this gauntlet so easy. She basically carries you throughout this whole fight. You don't honestly have to fight at all. You just need to concentrate on dodging, healing yourself, and she will eventually take out all of the enemies for you. So if you come back here after some time, she won't be here. Then you will have to deal with this whole gauntlet on your own. And from what I've seen, it's very, very difficult. Well, it's not difficult, but it's a little bit challenging if you're doing this on your own. So do it the way that I did it, and Chakra will be there to help. Look at it. That's it. Carry the whole fight. Thank you, Chakra. Then she'll also sell you the map for this area. Oh, Chakra's story. She's looking for a master. That's pretty much the reason why she's basically traveling all over this place. She does have additional dialogue if you buy things from her and you talk to her after that, based on new areas that you encounter her at, and she'll tell you of how her search has been going. Three hits just to kill that little tiny ant. No, and also try to use the environment to your advantage whenever it presents itself. Most of these enemies can actually be hit back into hazards. And sometimes you can even use the hazards against them. Like that. The traps are not just for you. So it is actually possible to go up right now, but there's currently no need. There's a merchant up there that sells you some items, but if you come back a little bit later on, that NPC will be killed, meaning you don't have to actually pay him a single cent. You'll get his stuff for free, which is exactly what I'm going to do. There's no need to spend any money on you if I know I can just get the stuff for free from you. Then we pick up a memory locket. I'm picking them up all for the very first crest I'm going to pick up. which will require 3 memory lockets to fully unlock. By the time I pick it up, I'll already have collected all 3 memory lockets. So now we're on our way for me to pick up the next ability. Very, very important ability to get. And then you encounter another gauntlet. Oh yeah, this is actually a perfect fight for you to learn a little something regarding healing. When you're fighting ground opponents, try not to heal on the ground like I just did right there. See that? Wasted silk. And now I'm only left with 2 more hits and I'm dead. You wanna know what happens? 1, 2. Just like that. Dead. So this was my last save point. Like I said, if you come back somehow, some way, Grindel will try to sell you secrets for money. But if you come back here, you'll be dead, which means you won't have any money unless if you have some necklaces. But I would suggest not to spend any money on him. And then is the run back. Done. Then on our way to pick up the dash. There's an area to the right. We are currently not going to go there just yet. We'll come here specifically when there's a little cool secret that happens. I will be doing it intentionally, but the very first time it happened to me, it was a pretty big surprise. So we'll be coming back to that later. I've also noticed that most of the time when you pick up or you unlock most of the big abilities, there's something significant that you will be unlocking right after. Like on the first one, after you unlock it, you unlocked fast travel. On this one, this is the ability you require in order for you to actually go to the next area. It will allow you to fight the boss of this area. But there will also be certain places where you'll also be able to traverse now that you can now dash. First place I'm going to pick up my next flea. Nice. Give me your money. Then save point. You also don't need to save on this one. There's another save point that's not really that far away from this one. But, you know. And then we continue. I also like this route because as soon as you show up in the new area, the map maker is just around the corner. So it also makes navigating this area like a bit easy. Don't leave any rosaries behind. They're always useful. And then there's the map maker. Deep dog. ducts.
Cadestre.
Yes.
Get the map for deep docks. Put some pins for vendors. Oh, decided to come back and continue with a dialogue. That's the sign for the fast travel. Looks exactly like the first one we saw. So wherever you see that, you know that there will be fast travel around the corner. Secret. We're on our way to pick up a flea. The lava is double damage. Try not to get hit by that. Like him. Another flea picked up. There should be... how many left? Yeah, one left. And I know exactly where it is. Oh yeah, for some weird reason I forgot to pay for this. Wherever you see fast travel, please do not leave without paying for it. If you decide to come back to that area, fast travel will be the easiest way to get back in. On our way to deep docks. The main reason why I prefer coming here first is because there's a save point locked behind a gauntlet. It's better to just do it now. Get the save point so that when you fight the boss you're about to fight, if she kicks your ass the very first time, you'll be closer to a save point. The thing about gauntlets, when you start having access to tools, don't be shy to use them. Like these fights were never supposed to be fair anyway. That's the whole point. It's one against so many. So use tools if you can. Don't just rely on your nail. Because there's a lot of gang fights in Silksong. Done with the gauntlet. If you go to the right, you'll be going to another place, but you need a key for that, which is what that first mentioned was selling. But you don't need to go there right now. You need 2 abilities to properly navigate that area, so I don't come there now. This is the Forge Daughter. First useful mention that sells tools. She sells a tool that I only realized when I got here that I didn't have enough money to buy it. But out of the tools that you get at the beginning, this is the first one that is very, very useful, especially in fights like the Sting Shot. Like if you are doing a lot of fights where there's a lot of enemies, that's actually good for crowd control. So I'll have to come back to it a little bit later on to buy the rest of the stuff. So now it's on to Lace. I think I died 7 times to Lace the very first time when I played her. She's not difficult, it's just that I was moving before she did, which is how she gets you most of the time. Very, very arrogant Lace.
Chameleon.
So the thing with Blaze is you just need to observe. You need to wait for her to do something before you do something. Basically, you are reacting to her, not the other way around. And she parries a lot, like that. She even parries your tools too. But just try not to be greedy. You don't have to hit her as many times as she's hitting you. Just a few hits here and there, run away. Give yourself a little bit of time to heal. Wait for her to do something and then you hit her. And it's also very, very unfair that you get damaged when you run into her but she doesn't. But that's what happens. Very, very epic music. Just like that, Lace is done. Well, for now anyway. You are going to be fighting a little bit later on. Do the little trick to save some time. And we are on to the next area. Far fields. So, like I said, every single time you come to a new area, first thing that you should be looking for is chakra. You need a map for the area. See that? You can avoid the ants if you don't want to fight them. And then you start seeing rings that tells you that chakra is somewhere nearby. Now you just need to follow them and you will be able to find at the end. Hopefully at this point you still have some money and you can afford to buy the map. Now we're on our way to pick up another tool. Very useful tool also if you are always getting hit or having problems safely healing. This will help you out a little bit. Oh, this guy, that attack right there, it does double damage. Like that. So try to avoid him as much as you can. The only thing he gives you is shots anyway, so it's not even worth killing most of the time. It's better to just avoid him. Okay, going the wrong way there. That's when now we find chakra.
Nera Pashma.
You get the map for Farfields. Makes the area look a bit easier to navigate. Now, as soon as you jump down here, you can go back up until you find the ability in this area. We'll be coming back to him in a little bit. That's the boss of this area. So the ability that we're looking for here, it will be the one that will be using these gusts of wind. You might have seen a few of them somewhere. Okay, you're supposed to actually jump up, but there's a little secret at the bottom. Just a few rosaries, nothing special. Then this route will take you back the way you were supposed to have gone anyway. So the farming I'll be doing here for the things that are required, I'm going to fast forward that. But the things that you need to kill, you'll be able to notice them as soon as you come through. They'll look different from any enemy you've encountered so far in the
Benny
game.
Frank.
Those are the things that you need to kill to pick up the things that she's looking for, which are spines. If you were able to buy that tool, the sting shot, it actually helps to farm them a little bit easier. Like if you throw 2 of them at that creature, it will actually break up and give you a whole lot more. But you just need to hit it once. It drops its spines, hit the spines, and then they will change into what is required. I think you need to collect 25 of them. I'm gonna do a quick run through. I'll fast forward my gameplay, but you'll at least see that you get everything in that area. Just like that. Done. And then we take back the spines back to the lady, and then she'll be able to add them to our dress, which will allow us to finally be able to fly up. And there we have it. Drifter's Cloak. Very, very useful ability. You can also use it a lot in combat. It helps. Oh, she starts asking you if you know why you were captured and brought here.
Hironare.
But you said you don't know, but you have started to suspect as to what they want from you.
Husband?
Okay? Just like any other ability that you find in this game, it unlocks just one little extra thing. Like right now, you can now go like this. From what I've seen from a lot of people's playthrough, this is how most people got to Greymore, because if you keep on hitting these vents, well, actually not these ones, but the ones that we're going to be encountering in a few, it will eventually get you to Greymore. I will also use that route, but I will not navigate the whole of Greymore that way, because the thing that we want is the fleece, so that we can use that route to go up. Yeah, you'll be picking up a mass shot. You need a total of 4 every time to complete one mask. I think all in all, you need to collect a total of 9. Make you survive just a little bit longer. Oh, and also try to make it a habit of hitting walls. That's unfortunate. You'll be discovering secrets if you're too lazy to look at a guide. Anything that looks breakable, just hit it with your nail. So now after all that, it's time for us to go and fight the boss of this area, and then we can proceed to the next area. the fourth chorus. So the trick with this, well, it's not really a trick, but it's the same thing. There's not much to do. You only need to worry about the swiping left and right, hitting the platforms, and then all you have to do is just basically keep on hitting his head. That's it. The only time when you'll be able to use your ability is when he falls down to the floor. And then same old same. Oh, I beat this guy the very first time. I first try, actually. It's not difficult. Also nice music. Just like that. Try to watch out for the falling rocks. Then when it does that, you can see there are two vents that open up on the side. If you are able to hit both at the top, you can do an instant KO. Like that. Or you can save this for another boss that you will fight in this area again. But I find it a little bit unreliable because that other boss moves a little bit. This one doesn't. So from here, you'll be able to unlock a safe a fast travel point and a safe spot. I'm looking for the area where you'll be able to pick up the next flea. Oh, the last flea for this area. Now you'll also notice that I will unlock every single save point that I encounter, even if they are all not necessary, because that's how I did it the first time when I played. I just unlocked everything, dipping into my savings to pay for fast travel. Rosary strings are very, very important. Try not to spend as only spend when you need to. Because like I said, you can keep those even if you get killed. So now we're on our way to look for our final flea. You can go to the area on the right. It's completely useless now. It'll be useful in Act 3. There's nothing really there to see. Ouch. Ouch. Always remember to top up. And this is the location of our final flea. There's a little trap there, right there, which I think you were supposed to get trapped so that that guy can do, but well, I'll ring you about it, just like that. So that's all fleas collected, but I will still go to Greymore because I need to go pick up the map. No rosaries. I've already reached my cap for my shards, which is currently 400. But as you might have noticed, I am also using tools. The next time I sit on a bench, I'll be able to use some of these shards. There's not really much here. It just it connects to an earlier area that I've already been to. So for the time being, there's really no need to be
Friend.
going there. So I'll have to come back a little bit later on. Oh, the next place that we'll be going to, it's a place where there's an important merchant. The very first time when I met him, I didn't have the money to. Okay. I didn't have any money to buy most of the things that he has. I think I do now, but not everything. He's got some important items. Yes, it's Sherma again. She made it to the top.
Nasir.
Hornet is warning her not to make too much noise. That might attract enemies, but she's saying that it's perfectly fine. They should actually hear her. Oh yeah, in this place you can break the lock so that you don't have to pay for it every single time you come inside this place. I'm not going to do that because it's going to affect one of the NPCs that I'm actually trying to save. And this place is a
Your
requirement. Mods. You are very expensive, my friend, but you sell very, very useful items. The weighted belt is very, very important. Also sells memory locket and tools. What is it? A tools pouch. But I only have enough money to buy memory locket, so that's what I'm gonna buy for now. I'll come back for your stuff a little bit later on. So if you hit up there, you can break the lock. But I'm not going to do that for now. And Shema is way too positive for this area. So now we just continue going up. Hitting the vents, floating up. Now you can kill the small guys, but I would suggest ignore the big guys if you can. Especially in an area like this where you are basically just floating up. They will shred you. You see? Trying to wait for him to come down, then run away. So this is how most people actually reach Greymoor for the first time. Then of course there's Chakra. That is the only reason why I came up here. To pick up this and also to unlock the fast travel in this area. She's telling you about birds to the right, which the very first time when I played I went that side, but I would suggest at the moment don't go there just yet. Then you can beat them, but there's a quest that is connected to them. So I prefer going to that area the time when I'm also doing the quest so that I can do both at the same time. But it is totally doable. collect all the rosaries. Pick up a bone scroll. There is an NPC that will be buying all the stuff that you've been picking up. So they are also very useful to get you a few extra rosaries. And I think it's a requirement for 100% completion. So this will also be the area that I'll be doing a little bit of farming. I need to collect a few extra rosaries for some of the places where I know it will be required, so I don't have to come back here and do that. I will fast forward it, of course. So when you came here, you were supposed to talk to the big guy first and then talk to the guy at the top. I will give you, I guess, one of the quests that I'm not really fond of. The Hunter's Journal. And I'm not a very big fan of this type of quests. Yeah. Just like in the first game, you're supposed to defeat a certain amount of creatures a certain amount of times, and then you'll be able to unlock the journal.
There's a hole?
That's fine.
What's the hole?
Craig tells you about the little girl at the top, but I have already talked to her, so no need for that. So, I'm going to do a few minutes of farming, just get a few extra rosaries. And just like that, 832 rosaries. I think it took about 6 minutes. Just a little back and forth. First time when I played this, I stayed a little bit longer and made a lot more money than what I just did right now. Then another gauntlet. These guys just basically wait for them to do something. They also only have just that. 2 attacks. The guy you need to be worried about is this one right here. He's not difficult, but he moves, which makes a little bit tricky to pogo, especially if you're using the Hunter's Crest. But he's not difficult either. And also remember to use your tools whenever you can. Gauntlet done. And then from here, we're on our way to unlock the fast travel of this area. Now, if you don't have any money, I would suggest do a little bit of farming. Like I said, every fast travel you passed, please make sure you unlock it. You will always be required to come back to most of these areas. So it will help with a little bit of navigation. So here we're calling the fast travel back. I'll be going back to Farfields to buy the stuff that I couldn't buy before. Then after that, we'll go and complete our quest for the fleece. And then it will take us back to Greymore. So the stuff that I'm going to buy now is stuff that I pretty much use on every single crest. Like the tool that you get here is very, very useful. There's also going to be a bit of an expansion on your tool pouch. Allow you to be able to store more tools. This guy was here when Shema was here and he was fine. She left and this is what happened to him. Yes, and like I said, you can break this if you feel like it. I'm not, because of the guy that I said that I'm going to try to save. It's a requirement that you do not break that lock. Weighted belt, and then the tool pouch. So if you want to break it, open it, then you hit the lock at the top. Now it's time to go back to bone bottom. Then we'll be able to complete our quest for the fleece. Then we're back to bone bottom.
Becca.
Another quest. Another quest. Reward for this one. You get a memory locket, which is what it's required to upgrade your quests. Oh, Chakra was up there, by the way. I just passed it. If you wanted to track the flint beetles, that's how you track them. I will eventually, because I do definitely want that memory locket. So now I'm just trying to backtrack to where the Flame Master is. And just like that, quest is complete. And it will give you an option to tag along with them when they decide to move to the next area. I said yes the very first time I played, and then it took me up to Greymore, which is the area we just came back from.
Yanaga Noshike.
Say yes. You will not be given another opportunity to say yes to this. They only offer it once, and then you'll find them in the new area. Off we go with the fleas. So if you didn't discover the vents where I went up the first time, this would have been the way that you get to Greymore. Then now we are in Greymore. So they'll stick around up until you find more fleas and clear out some areas, and then they'll move on to the next area. Every time they move to a next area, they will give you a bit of a reward. The first reward you get for this one is another 2. One that is very, very useful, but also a little bit tricky to use depending on how you play. And it's alcohol. It's the flea brew. So after this, most people go to the left. I will not be going to the left, which is the next area we're supposed to go to. I'll be going to the right. And if you didn't use the method that I just used, this is where you'll be fighting a boss in this area. You'll actually be your gatekeeper to go to the next area. But if you do it the way that I did it, he's not here. He relocates to a different area, and then you get to fight him a little bit later on. If he's here, it's not possible to avoid him. You kind of just have to fight him. Be careful of the traps. So this area it will connect back to where the fast travel was. The main reason why I'm doing that now is because there's a crest that I want to pick up in this area before I leave. It will make the next area that I'll be going to a little bit easier. You can go to the next area without really requiring to pick up this crest, but you will notice after I pick it up how useful it actually is. Always remember to top up. You can chase this guy like I did. He does double damage, so it's like a giant rat. It's put in a very, very awkward area, so it's a little bit tricky to fight him fairly. Then we picked up another memory locket. And just like that, we're back to where the first travel was. In hindsight, whenever you pass certain areas and you see a save point close by, please try to save. I didn't, and you'll see why I should have. There is the boss. You will actually fight him in this area a little bit later on. Not really sure what's required to trigger him to come back here, but you'll notice him when he's here. Fighting this dude because he has a few rosaries. And then there's another NPC that we are going to encounter in a few seconds. There is a way that you can utilize him to fight the boss in this area. I never did the right things to trigger it, so it never actually helped me out in any of these fights. The trick to this guy is that you need to try to jump behind them, because you can actually fight them head on. They block your attacks if you fight them from the front. He fell down, so I'm not even going to bother going after him. In hindsight, I should have. Another one, same thing. See that? Just jump behind him when he attacks and you'll be able to take him out. More rosaries. And then there's the NPC Gamond and Zaza. Very, very weak guys, but they're like they're immortal at the beginning of this game. They only die later on. But friendly NPCs, a shame what Team Cherry did to them.
Oh, Goro!
Okay, we'll come back to you later. Oh, actually we won't. We'll probably just meet you later on somewhere else. Then it's time to continue. And then these guys again. Like I said, the trick, jump behind them, get a few works in, and you'll be fine. Oh, and there's an attack that they hit you with that actually does double damage. That attack right there. Yeah, it happens. Then we are back again. Now I'm trying to go a little bit fast here because of what just happened. So the next place that I'll be going to is to go pick up my next crest. The crest that the very first time when I played this game, I did my whole playthrough with that crest. Never changed to any other crest. At the bottom, it unlocks a shortcut so that the next time you navigate through this area, you don't have to do it the way that you just did it now. You can just go through that gate instead. No rosaries. And when it comes to gauntlets, the majority of the times, the enemies that you deal with in that area, those are the enemies that you're going to find in that gauntlet. So the next gauntlet I'll be fighting will contain those guys. So if you're having problems fighting them now, you are definitely going to have a very, very hard time where we're going next. I'm fighting these guys to try to build up a little bit of silk. I want to try to go into the fight with full health. So like I said before, in the next area, you'll mostly be fighting those guys with the scissors. Same trick as before, try to jump behind them and land as many hits as you can. Now you can try going on the spikes. If you're currently not comfortable with that, especially with this crest, I would suggest don't do that. Just jump with them for them to rotate and continue up. So this is a little mini gauntlet with a mixture of pretty much every single enemy you've fought in this whole area. If you are able to beat them, you will be able to get yourself a very, very nice crest. It's very beginner friendly, easy pogo. It also comes with a little bit of extra, allows you to heal a lot more than you should, especially if you are fighting fights where you are also getting to attack back a lot. And also don't forget to use your tools. Because if you saw, the last place that I saved is a bit of a distance away from here, so you will be doing a little bit of backtracking if you die here. Made a mistake, threw my spell the wrong direction. This should be the last guy. Just like that, contract done. Like I said, this is a very beginner-friendly crest. It does have some drawbacks. It's also the reason why I'll be changing it later on as soon as I get the crest that I'll be utilizing for most of my playthrough. I'll explain why I prefer that one over this one. Yeah, it's mostly it has to do with the speed. The crest is very slow. The strikes are slow. Even the pogo is a little bit slow. So sometimes you might actually do it before there's something below you and then it doesn't exactly work. But the great thing about this crest is that when you bind, whenever you hit enemies, it allows you to collect a whole lot more silk than usual. So it's perfect for stockpiling silk if you are having problems with fights. And then just like that, we are now back where the fleas are. Then if you follow my guide, you should have at least 3 memory lockets. which will allow you to fully unlock the crest so that you can pretty much equip all the tools that you have. I'm just equipping what I have right now, but I will be finding some tools that if you're going to be using this crest going forward, I would advise to utilize some of the tools that I'll be using. But it'll depend entirely on how you play. And then from here, we'll go to the next area. Bell Hut. This will be the end of my playthrough for now. Part 2 will continue from this place. Thank you for being here with me. Enjoy the cutscene.